Well, folks, this is a milestone video in our certified entry-level Python programmer journey. This is the last official technical content piece. Yeah. So we're going to follow this video up with some review of this major section of content that we just finished. I will talk to you about the exam and what it's like and getting fully prepared for that. But yeah, this is our last video of official content, and I've got more great news for you. It's very, very simple. Now that you understand the different types of exceptions that we can get inside of Python, I need to show you something that you're really going to enjoy, and that is, notice with your try except, you can do specific types of exceptions as a parameter in your except clause. So isn't this great? So notice I just do this silly little example where we get a number from the end user. It needs to be an integer. Then we do something potentially dangerous. We take that number and we divide it into 100. Notice if they give us a non-number value, we're now going to print out a customized message, but just on that specific exception type. Just like if there's a zero division error, we're going to give them a custom message type there. Notice this now, without any specified exception, this must come at the end. Okay, that's the first thing I want you to know about this. That could certainly be certification relevant. This now just default except clause is what we like to call this, must come at the end and would be what would be printed if something else went wrong, notice. So if it's not one of these first two, well, this will trigger. Okay, so that it becomes our default exception. And please, I'll state it one more time, that would need to come at the end to work in our Python logic. All right, notice I print when the end of the program actually gets reached. So what would be a great way for us to test this? Well, let's just go ahead and force a division by zero error, why don't we? The kind of middle case right here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and run this module. And please input a number. I'm going to input the really terrible number of 0 for this silly little program. And yep, sure enough, there was a zero division type of error and the end of the program was reached. So we have this great capability. We can go ahead and specify specific exception code based on the exception that was raised. Great stuff. And at the end of this list of exceptions, you can, if you like, and it's a common thing that we do in Python, to do a final default except syntax for anything that might not have been caught in the earlier exception code. Well, thanks so much for watching. And as I said, you can look forward to some review videos coming up now for the major section of content that we just polished off. I'll see you there.